Talk Forest TV, Max Newton here, giving you a quick preview for the Everton game. Currently on holiday in Scotland. Loch Lomond looking nice, but not as nice as the transfer business by Steve Cooper, Marinakis, Dane Murphy and co. Woke up this morning to the sensational news that Gibbs White signed. Everybody else in the Premier League seems to be getting upset about it, but we all know the score, so don't have to go into that here. Saw that Everton tried to hijack the deal last night as a last minute, but Morgan clearly wants to play for a manager who has done more than be rubbish at Derby, be rubbish at Chelsea, and taken Everton from 16th in the Premier League to 16th in the Premier League. I think it's a big game for us tomorrow. I think it's very, very winnable game. Everton had a poor start to the season. They've got injuries, they've got unsettled players, they've got a manager that's rubbish. They've bought some players that are handy in the Premier League, but they're not great. Whereas we've got all of a sudden a bench that looks like a Premier League bench with Dennis, with Freuler, with Gibbs White. It's sensational. Completely different to the bench. I think it'll look completely different to the bench from last week, and that is what we need in the Premier League, because we'll have injuries, we'll have yellow cards, we'll have Carling Cup and FA Cup games. And you've got 5 subs, and you need to be able to bring on quality, like for like quality. And we can't be bringing on Lyle Taylor for Taiwo or Brennan Johnson or stuff like that, which is ridiculous. So I think it's a very winnable game. I think I expect to see the same starting lineup as against West Ham, as long as Niakate is fit, which I expect him to be. I think we'll go for it again. I think be a different away game to Newcastle, where it was Newcastle's first away game, and they're a quality side with quality players, play with a quality manager. I think Everton, they've done a bit of artificial stuff that worked for them back in the last season to get the crowd together and get some singing parts. There's no focus for them now. It's going to be a long, hard, miserable season for Everton, and Forest have got the opportunity to pick up 3 points, I think, tomorrow. I expect to see the same side, but I expect to see changes on the hour with some of the new signings coming on. I'm going to predict Forest 2-0 win, Taiwo and Brennan getting the goals. I think once again, our wing backs, I thought Nico was sensational and Harry Toffolo was brilliant against West Ham. Fantastic run to set up the goal, and I expect to see them both really getting at Everton down the wings. And Brennan and Taiwo running them ragged. I think Everton's defence is really slow, and this is a great opportunity for us to make hay and pick up 3 points ahead of 2 very difficult games against Spurs and Man City. So I think this is the game to dip our bread and get some points. If the team that starts don't do it, like Dennis, Gibbs White, and so on, I think will come off the bench and just add more pace and more dynamism. I think I'm probably still looking for another striker and a left wing back cover. But I think the additions of Dennis, Freuler and Gibbs White suddenly bring Sam Surridge back into play a lot more as a striker, because I think he's a finisher rather than somebody that makes things happen for himself. And with that midfield, that attacking midfield is all of a sudden look much more creative and can create those chances for him. Whereas I think before we were needing Taiwo and Brennan and what other strikers in there to create the chances for themselves. Bit like a Collymore sort of situation. So thanks again, Tony Lloyd and everybody at Stoke, for Sam Surridge. I expect him start picking up some appearances and picking up some goals. I think he did a great job housing last week, and I think again just sort of showed the togetherness of the team. Everybody's saying take time to gel. How can everybody be happy? I think the way the team played and the way they fought for each other and shithoused and the way that they celebrated showed that the team is together. So 2-0 Forest. Have a great day, but it's there. I'm going to enjoy listening to it on BBC Radio Nottingham with Colin Ferry's sensational commentary. Come on, you Reds.